Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been very active on the diplomatic front from the very beginning of his tenure. He has bolstered relations with many countries, which were not given appropriate attention by previous PMs. In some cases, it was utter inefficiency and negligence from part of the previous governments. The opposition has sometimes criticized PM Modi's foreign visits and diplomacy. But the fact is that, it has got India some valuable strategic leverage apart from economic investments. In this video, Defense Updates is providing viewers with 5 relatively low-key, but strategically very significant developments, which are not reported in mainstream media with due importance. So, let's get started.
Number 5.
Canada agreed to supply 3,000 metric tons of uranium to India under a $254 million 5-year deal to power Indian atomic reactors. Canada banned exports of uranium and nuclear hardware to India in the 1970s after it was alleged that New Delhi used Canadian technology to develop a nuclear bomb. In 2013, civil nuclear deal between India and Canada was signed, but practical implementation was struck. The agreement for uranium supply came 2 years after prolonged negotiations, and was signed after PM Modi had comprehensive talks with his Canadian counterpart Stephen Harper.
Number 4.
In the past, Indo-Saudi relationship has been inhibited by a number of historical factors such as the Kashmir issue, Pakistan factor, regional and global politics. With Modi visit, the relation opened up. India and Saudi Arabia agreed to expand strategic cooperation in areas of counter-terrorism, defense, trade and investment. Saudi Arabia has been close ally of Pakistan. A growing Indo-Saudi relationship is a strong message to Pakistan in terms of strategic influence. India also managed to bring back 4,500 plus Indians from war zone in Yemen, along with nationals of 41 different countries, which put India's name onto the global platform in conducting rescue missions. This was possible due to PM Modi's relationship with Saudi Arabian King Salman. Saudi Arabia was attacking Yemen at that time, and Yemen skies were declared no-fly zone. It allowed Indian Air Force to fly to Yemen after PM Modi spoke to King Salman.
Number 3.
Britain has offered technology transfer to India for co-production of military platforms and weapons systems to jointly become world beaters in arms exports. The British Defence Secretary Michael Fallon is on a 4-day visit to India aimed at enhancing security and defence ties. Britain's engineering major Rolls-Royce and DRDO have been working on developing an engine for military jets, and the UK is keen on many such joint projects as per him. Mr. Fallon added, "We are looking at government-to-government framework for transfer of technology." As per statistics collated by UK Trade and Investment, the country is the second biggest arms exporter in the world after the US. UK has sold more arms than Russia, China and France on average over the last 10 years. Britain has also been a leading supplier of military platforms to India, but technology transfer is a big step forward.
Number 2.
Australian Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull said his country is ready to start export of uranium to India. "We are working closely with India to meet our respective requirements for the provision of fuel for India's civil nuclear program," he said, adding Australia was looking forward to supply of uranium to India as soon as possible. Australia has about 40% of the world's uranium reserves and exports nearly 7,000 tons of yellow cake annually. India and Australia began talks on the Civil Nuclear Cooperation Agreement in 2012 after Australia lifted a long-standing ban on selling uranium to India. India, which has nuclear energy contributing just 3% of its electricity generation, will be the first country to buy Australian uranium without being a signatory to the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty.
Number 1.
PM Modi had wished Mr. Netanyahu on the occasion of Jewish festival of Passover to commemorate the flight of the Israelites from Egyptian slavery. "Thank you, my friend, for your kind holiday greeting. The people of Israel eagerly await your historic visit," Mr. Netanyahu tweeted, which was retweeted by the PMO. PM Modi's visit would be the first time that an Indian Prime Minister would step on Israeli soil since 1992, when the two countries established full diplomatic relations. PM Modi and Mr. Netanyahu did meet on the margins of the United Nations General Assembly in New York in September 2014. It was then the first meeting of the prime ministers of the two countries in over a decade. The government has not announced the dates for PM Modi's visit, but the groundwork for the visit has been going on for months. On the cards are multiple defense deals for the Spike anti-tank missiles for the Indian Army and Barak 8 air defense missiles for the Navy valued at $1.5 billion. Israel is already the third largest arms supplier to India over the last 3 years.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting. Kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.